Alright, so my wife or my fiance just sent me an article from Nintendo Enthusiast that Paramount is redesigning Sonic because the internet complains so much. Well, I feel that they should do more than just redesign the Sonic character. Now, I'm one of those people who followed this movie like a motherfucker before the trailer even dropped. Ever since 2014 or 2013, I think it was 2014. Ever since the movie was teased, announced, whatever, I've been following the information. I remembered that there's 3 films set up from Sony, then it got push over to Paramount, but I'm not talking about the official Sonic movie here. I'm talking about what I would do for a Sonic the Hedgehog film, and what I would love to see come to fruition, but probably will never ever happen, but this is what I would love to see from official Hollywood, Paramount, not Paramount, but Fox, or DreamWorks, or Disney, or Universal, or, I don't know, it could be Paramount. It doesn't matter who the studio really is, but not Sony. Sony doesn't do such a good job making their films, in my opinion. So, but actually, who am I kidding? They made the original Spider-Man movies. Into the Spider-Verse is pretty fucking good too. So Sony doesn't always have it so bad when they make movies, but there could be. It doesn't matter who it is as long as you get the right people. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you saw my Sonic reaction video, some of my thoughts and opinions have changed since then. I didn't really get to talk about it too much because I was talking about it with my wife. We were both talking about it together. It wasn't a very one-sided like reaction. Like, you know, we were both like giving our thoughts. She really hated what they were doing, and I'm okay with what they're doing. But I mean, there should be more. Okay, I may feel okay with this, but I don't want this. I want better than this. I really do. Because okay is not a good thing. You want great. You want outstanding. You want something to stand out. But technically, the movie is worse than okay in some ways. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I should really had to fix my. Oh wait, no. The frame looks fine. I'm sorry. It's just my tripod. Yeah, the camera looked a little off. But really, you want to do more than that. So, I'm telling you about my Sonic movie. So because I really should, because I just thought of this after I saw the trailer. Like, okay, so first of all, let me tell you a story, okay? Ever since I was just a child, if there was ever going to be a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Now, obviously, before I continue, hold on one second. In case you don't know, just judging by the t-shirt and this necklace and other things, I'm obviously a Sonic fan. I mean, Sonic does mean a lot to me. Here's my little shrine of Sonic stuff over here. We got Sonic 3 Knuckles up there. We saw our Sonic Adventure figures, a little like Sonic statue right there. So I have a little shrine dedicated to Sonic just up here with our stuff. But I love him. You know, Sonic means a lot to me. You know, I have most of his merchandise. I've sent him my Sonic the Hedgehog trailer reaction video. I have played and beaten most of the Sonic the Hedgehog games, like 90% of the Sonic games, at least the main series ones, except for Secret Rings, because I do not like that game. I've not beaten that game. I've not beaten the true story, the true ending to Shout the Hedgehog. I've only beaten like a few of the endings in that game. That game is a mess, but I have beaten pretty much every single other canon Sonic game except for Lost World, and that's really it. Every other one, I've even played through Sonic Forces and finished it on the PS4. I have it again for Switch because I saw the PS4 version. Yes, I have. I think there's a video of me talking about that game. I remember now. This movie's going to be the equivalent to that level of quality. I can just kind of tell, if not even worse than Sonic Forces. But damn. Okay, so for level of quality, what I would love to see. So for Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, it would look like this, first of all. It would look like these movies right here. The Peanuts movie and the Captain Underpants movie. It would have this art style. This CGI, cartoony, hand-drawn, but 3D look. Like, in fact, there's a Scooby-Doo movie from Hanna-Barbera coming out with this art style, too. Like, more movies that look like this, because this is a beautiful art style for CG films. And these movies are fantastic. Now, I grew up with these books right here, the Captain Underpants books, and this is exactly what my child version of me would have loved to see as a kid, and I'm glad this exists to me as an adult, because I fucking love this movie. It brings a child inside of me whenever I watch it. I love Captain Underpants, the movie. I really do. This is like my favorite superhero movie that came out in 2017. But, okay, so this is that. And also, this movie warms my heart too. I love the Peanuts film. But this is not about the two movies. But anyways, just imagine the Sonic the Hedgehog movie has that kind of art style. Just try to picture that in your mind, okay? So, for its teaser trailer, we would hear the Sonic 1 and 2 theme song that goes like bum, 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 bum. That would be kind of the first movie's main theme. and it would be played with flutes, with in a very like slower tempo, like a dun 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 dun, kind of like a more mysterious, like slower music you hear, and then we don't really see anything. We just see Sonic's blur. You know, it's like a black, kind of like what the teaser poster was like, but a little bit more different. We see Sonic's blur, blue blur going through, and maybe he collects rings, but then eventually we see him kind of like run towards the camera, and then we just see the logo, Sonic the Hedgehog, come up. And it doesn't look like the official movie logo. No, it's like the main series logo, like the yellow with the blue outline and like the white or like the red border with the hedgehog in there. We see that logo. If I can just pull it up really quick it doesn't say the movie, it just says Sonic the Hedgehog, and then just says coming the year it comes out in, and that would have been enough. And of course, and at the end of the teaser, we hear the Sega chant. So that would be my idea for the Sonic movie teaser. This logo right here. This is the logo I'm talking about. Yes, obviously, the main series logo, and this logo right here, but like in a black screen. If it's flipped, I'm sorry, but so we would see that. That beats teaser. And that would give me shivers on my spine if that existed. If it was just the Sonic music theme song, we see him going through, and then there's the logo. Obviously, we wouldn't be relying on memes. And for the love of fucking God, I gotta talk about this. For the official movie, I hate that he says gotta go fast, because that is not even a Sonic thing. That was created by memes. It's supposed to be a joke. Like, it's all fun and games when it's like, haha, that's funny. But like, to make it like official, it's like a real kick in the nuts. Like, it's like, why would they do that? Why? Like, it's just so stupid. Like, okay, I really not looking forward to this movie. I never was in the first place. I just saw that the trailer was fine. I wasn't praising it in the slightest. I wish it was better than what we're getting. Okay, I will not go back on that. I really do. I was trying to be optimistic because I didn't want it to be as bad as it looks, but it's pretty bad. So bad that apparently Paramount is going to redesign Sonic's look. I really like the posters. I do. I think the posters are fucking fantastic for this movie. I think they look gorgeous. I think the art style is great, and I like how some of the posters are like nudges and winks to like the stages in the games. Like, you know, there's that Speed Highway poster. There's like a City Escape poster. That's fine. The poster, the art direction is fine, but the movie, no. Okay, like first of all, we're not doing a buddy cop film in the real world. Hell no. We are doing a cartoon CG movie. Okay, that's what we're doing for my vision. So, it's obviously going to be aimed towards children. But people who grew with Sonic and who knew who Sonic was throughout all these years to what they remember Sonic being will also be able to enjoy this film as well. And for people who don't even know who the hell Sonic is, will be able to follow along with my story. So it is still technically an origin movie, what I'm doing. But it's really, really different compared to what we're really, really getting. So the movie, the shot, okay, so this is like a story, I'm going to give you like a storyboard version of what I'm doing. Okay, no script, no dialogue, no like music. I don't know all that stuff. I just thought of like a left to right, you know, basic plot points. There's like bullet points to what we're getting, to what I want for a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I might add a little bit more in there. I'll talk more about casting and directing and stuff like that later on. But for the opening of the film, we would maybe see space. Maybe we would just see the like a blue sky. Okay, yeah, we'll start for space. Now, as for setting, for this movie universe, it'll just be on one planet. It could be Mobius, it could be Earth. Like, the games never really tell you, but let's just say it's Earth, kind of. Just for the sake of, you know, it not being so, inconsistent. And Sonic is not an alien or anything, that he lives on this planet. He lives on Earth, but it's a cartoony world. And the humans look like how they do. We have Sonic Unleashes art style, basically, or Sonic World Adventure. How that game looks, exactly how this film looks. Okay, because like the main series looks like that basically from now on. You know, like the main, ever since Sonic Unleashed came out, the main Sonic games looked like that game. So this film would not look much different. And it takes place on South Island, on an island where Sonic lives. In the first Sonic game, South Island. You know, a reference to that. And the movie will tell you that too. So, you know, we see space, it pans down, it says Sega and, you know, movie studio, enter here, presents, whoever it is. You know, okay, preferably I would do DreamWorks. And the reason why I would do DreamWorks is because they're kind of the Sega, they're kind of the Sega equivalent to CGI animation or to animated movies. It'd be perfect to Sonic the Hedgehog and DreamWorks, they kind of want to work together. And DreamWorks has made some pretty amazing movies. I mean, they made this fucking movie for crying out loud. And they did Kung Fu Panda, How to Train a Dragon. The first two Shrek movies are actually pretty damn good. They also did, you know, they did Madagascar. You know, the first Madagascar movie is good as well. I love the Prince of Egypt. I'm not a big religious person, but that movie is very powerful for what it is. I really like the Prince of Egypt. DreamWorks has made some pretty good properties and some pretty good films, so I trust them with the Sonic movie. I do. It's just that you would have to get the right people. It doesn't really matter who it is, as long as you get the right people working on this, then the movie's gonna be fine. Okay, so anyways, preferably DreamWorks. Let's just envision that Sega and DreamWorks proudly presents, and then we see Sonic the Hedgehog, and then we hear the theme song, dun 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 dun. But it's like a fanfare. It's like a big blaring like orchestra, and then we go down. We see South Island. The camera zooms into it. We see Green Hill Zone. Yes, I know people are infuriated about Green Hill Zone being and everything, but it's Sonic the Hedgehog, and this is the first impression for Sonic for some people, and for the story of Sonic. This is technically the first impression to the story of Sonic in this universe. So we're gonna do Green Hill Zone regardless. I'm sorry, but that's what we're doing. So this isn't like Sonic game number 50. This is the very beginning of the story. So we see Green Hill Zone, and for characters for this film, for Sonic characters, we have a maximum of 4 characters. We have Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Sash Robotnik, and Amy Rose. Why we're doing Tails and Amy, you know, when they're you know, not even in the first Sonic game, why we're doing those 2 characters, I'll get into that in a minute, I will. But there's an important reason why we're doing those 2 characters specifically, not Knuckles. We're not doing Knuckles or Metal Sonic or other characters yet, but they will come into the sequels, if they're, you know, in my supposed movie universe. So, for the first Sonic the Hedgehog CGI movie, this is what we're doing, okay? Alright, so we see Sonic running around the Green Hills, enjoying himself. He has no cares in the world, okay? Eggman and him don't even know who each other are yet. Okay, this is like before they even meet. Like I said, this is a bit of an origin story, but Sonic and Tails know each other already, and he knows Amy. The movie's gonna, throughout the film, we're gonna have like a flashback scene of how Tails and Sonic met, and how Amy first saw Sonic. So to give the general audience an understanding of who these characters are and how they feel about each other, that would help. So, I have these 2 right here. The Sonic 2 and Sonic CD manuals, they kind of explain to you that Tails and Sonic have always known each other. The games, like Miles was proud the fox can't sit still when Sonic's around. Ever since Miles was a baby fox, he's dreamed of being like Sonic. I know this is the US manual, but it's still something. It says ever since he was a child. Now this film takes place in their canon ages, meaning that Tails is 8, Amy is I think 13, and Sonic is 15. So we're doing that. So yeah, Sonic, Tails, and Amy have always known each other. They've always grown together. Like the games imply that they always have known each other anyways. The games also show you Sonic meets Mel Sonic, Shadow, Knuckles, Silver. He meets all these new characters throughout his journeys. But Tails and Amy, they just kind of come into the games, and it just shows you Sonic knows who these characters are. He does. So that's why they're here. Waving his 2 tails, he loves to run after Sonic, waving his 2 tails behind him, trying to keep up with his hero. The game also, Sonic would run, spin, and jump in a super spin attack. Then Tails would roll like a turbo engine and blast off in his super dash attack. What a show off. Wait. Oh, okay. I must have interpreted that wrong. I thought Sonic 2 also explains that Tails invented the spin dash, but he doesn't. Sonic technically does. But in my movie universe, Tails kind of, whoa, that's a bad image of Sonic. He's all pixelated there in low res. I never noticed that before. Okay, in the Sonic CD manual, they call Amy Princess Sally, but the point is that you can tell by the opening video to Sonic CD that they just kind of know each other, or the closing video, whichever one it is. Okay, so Sonic, Tails, and Amy all know each other, okay? They hang out. And there's also the animal friends. You know, there's the Flickies, there's the Bunnies and the Squirrels, whatever their canon names are. And in this movie, they kind of can talk, but they really don't. Let's just go with that. Yeah, they can talk, but they choose not to most of the time. They only speak every now and then. Dialogue will mostly be focused on Robotnik, Eggman, Sonic, Tails, and Amy, okay? So, Sonic is doing his thing. We see him in his element. He's running around. He's collecting rings. He's having a good time. And he, like, stops at, like, you know, at a hill. He, like, puts his hands on his hips, kind of like he does in Sonic Adventure. And we hear the Sonic theme song again, you know, giving the, you know, he gives his little Sonic smirk. Everyone, you know, claps in the theater. You know, if you know, why not? It's exciting to see Sonic like this in his element in a cartoony world. It's great. So, Tails calls on to Sonic. He goes to seize him, And also, Sonic and Tails are roommates. They live in a house together. They pay the home together in this canon universe. They live together, which is kind of weird. I know, but like we don't really, it's not really focused on too much. But yeah, Sonic and Tails are roommates. They live together. For Sonic's sexuality, if you want to talk about that, I'm just gonna flat out say to me he's asexual because I don't really care. He's just a 15-year-old kid. Okay, so is Tails. He's just an 8-year-old. They're just children. All right, like don't get into that too much. Okay, I'm just gonna say that because I know people are like, oh my god, they're gay. They live together. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Okay, or that Sonic likes Amy or Amy likes Sonic. I don't want to hear any of that shit because this is not what this fucking movie's about. Okay, this is about Sonic the Hedgehog. In the game series, it's always been like there's no fucking relationships or sexuality whatsoever in the games. It's always just been little like cute little moments that are just kind of there. But there's nothing more than that. Like Sonic is like, I don't want to date anybody, and that's fine. That's who he is. Okay? Okay. Moving on. So, Tails invented a new machine that can discover new dimensions, new worlds, new universes, and Sonic thinks it's pretty interesting. So they talk about it. That's a bit of a focus in the film. The reason why this is important is because this machine helps him discover the special stages to the Chaos Emeralds. He discovers them. They talk about them for a little bit. Sonic and Tails do. But at the same time, the film cuts to a dark, spooky island made of machinery and mechanical parts. It's called Scrap Brain. Reference to the first game. Reason why is because that's where robotics such Eggman is. He's in his Scrap Brain island, Scrap Brain zone, right? So he lives off the coast, he lives kind of more by civilization because he used to live in California, such San Francisco. And the reason why is because that's, again, a reference to Sonic Team, to how they develop their games in San Francisco. Why the fuck not? You know, why not? It's just there just because. So he kind of talks about himself a little bit when we first see him. He's like, I've been banished by humanity, or by human sciences. Basically, he basically has been banished by science, expos and events and all kinds of different outlets to expressing your scientific genius, because he is a genius, but he's a mad scientist. He's just pure evilness, okay? Because I know in some stories, or specifically in the UK story, Sonic and Robotnik, such Kintober, were pals, and then he became evil. Again, this is just my version of how I would do a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, okay? This doesn't have to be anyone else's version, but this is mine, okay? Because I do understand the Sonic characters a lot, and I know what I'm doing. I know in my Sonic trailer video, I was like, oh yeah, the Fitbit joke was funny. I thought it was kind of cute, but I can see why people would think that's dumb, and I don't blame them for it. I mean, it was just nice seeing Sonic. He's kind of acting like himself in this, but he's also not, and I'm talking about in the official movie. He's like a new version of Sonic's personality. At least it's not like how Roger Craig Smith. Okay, no offense to him, it's not his fault. I mean, like the way how he's written now. At least it's not like that version of Sonic. He's not written quite like that. He's written like a typical cartoon hero character, I guess. I don't know how to describe how Sonic's written, but he's written like in a character I've seen before, but it's not Sonic. It's like it could be pulled off as Sonic, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Anyways, he's written like a teenager, which I don't hate that, but there are problems that Sonic has in the new movie, and I'm really happy he's getting redesigned. I really am. But there's more that they should do. Paramount, if you guys are watching this, I'm sorry, but you really should remake the film kind of like this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm just giving some insight. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, aren't I? Let me continue with my story. I'm sorry. I jump around. I shouldn't do that. But so Eggman / Robotic is talking about that stuff. He's angry. He's afraid. He has robots already, but he needs a source for them. Well, actually, Robotic is already doing the whole he puts animals and robots thing, because animals are all over the place, all over the world. Why the hell not? So he'll just add to that when he gets to South Island. So he already has robots designed, to do his bidding already. He wants to take over the world, but he feels like his robots are not enough. He tried that already, but the military, pushed out to them, so he wants more. He wants more power. And so he discovers the Chaos Emeralds too, at the same time Tails does. So yeah, so in this universe, Sonic doesn't really have to worry about Robotnik, because he's not a hero technically yet. He just lives on this island with his friends, and he's having a good life. Sonic does not need to stop Eggman. He doesn't know who the hell Eggman is. He has no idea who the scientist guy is. Eggman just explains briefly in the film that he tried to take over. He tried to attack his enemies, but it failed. And we see like a news article or something of like a headline saying mad scientist stopped by military or something like that. So we get like a general idea of like what happened before. Robotic is who Lord knows how old, so that's a part of the movie too. And so he discovers South Island. He discovers the Chaos Emeralds. He decides to go there. He discovers rings too. This is okay. So the Chaos Emeralds are technically not in South Island, but in order to get to the Chaos Emeralds and this first movie continuity, let's just say for the sake of storytelling, so yes, the rings connect to that. Sonic does not know that yet. Tails informs him of that, but Eggman wants to get the Chaos Emeralds too. They both want to get them. So he goes to South Island. But why does he go to South Island? Because he discovers that their power readings are strongest there. Why not? Because Sonic 2 takes place on West Island, right? Or because this one takes place on South Island, and Sonic 3 takes place on Angel Island. So the Chaos Emeralds, that's right. I forgot the Chaos Emeralds teleport all over the place. So Tails kind of discovers it. Unironically, he just does with his new machine. So the Chaos Emeralds happen just to be by where Sonic and Tails and Amy are, and so Eggman goes to South Island with his robots, and then they just start wreaking havoc. One of the animals comes up, tells Sonic and Tails what's going on, and Sonic says, "Tails, I will take care of this, buddy. Don't worry about it." And so then he goes and meets Eggman as he destroys robots and machines. He goes to Green Hill Zone, and of course we get the Green Hill theme kind of here with orchestra and music and stuff like that. And so he and Eggman face off for the first time ever, and Eggman has this little ball and chain, machine. They fight. They do their thing. Sonic sees his friends are kidnapped because Eggman was going to take them in capsules. He breaks them. They're free. And so throughout the film, Sonic has a little earpiece in his ear that he can talk to Tails in. So Tails is a part of the action still. He just doesn't do much yet because that's for the second movie, obviously. But Tails is a part of the story. As for Amy, she wants to talk to Sonic because she wants to get his attention. And so we cut to, and so Amy kind of chases him like she does in Sonic CD, but in this film she's again more of a background character. She doesn't chase him to Scrap Brain, but she just wants to get his attention and revalue for the movie. And so she meets up with him at the spring yard, and then they have a little brief moment, and he tells her that this is way too dangerous, she's out of her league, to go home. And then Amy pulls out her Pika Pika hammer, she's beating up robots, and Sonic's like, well, I guess you can handle your own. But they have a little moment because she just wants to talk to him. Sonic has no idea that she likes him yet either. And so she tells him, and Sonic freaks out. He's like, no way, and he runs off. And then Amy's like, damn it. And basically, she's like, get back here. Kind of like how in the games are. Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, in those games, and Sonic Unleashed, whatever, Sonic 06. And how Amy always wants to get his attention. This is the first time it ever happens. First time it ever happens, why not? This movie could be written in a way that could still connect to the games, and this is how, okay? I'm kind of explaining it. And then Amy flashes back to when she first saw Sonic. She first saw Sonic because she was picking flowers in some kind of field, and then she just sees him running, and then he stops, and he just looks off into the distance, and then she thinks he's super fucking cool. That's all there is to it. She just sees him, she thinks he looks awesome. She's like, oh, it's and then she's just like, oh wow, who? And then she doesn't really talk to him. She's just awestruck by his presence. It's more like that. They have like a small. She has like a small little girl crush for this guy. We all know it in the games. Like she really does, and so he runs off, and that's kind of it. And so that's kind of it. Okay, that's all we need for the flashback. We don't need to explain too much. We really don't. These are cartoon characters. Okay, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Like you don't have to get that deep into it. You really don't. So I think that's deep enough. As for Sonic and Tails, however, when Sonic is in the Starlight, let's say okay, we can get to the Starlight area because obviously we're following the first 6 stages in the first game. Now, as for Chaos Emeralds, in the very first Sonic the Hedgehog video game, there are 6 Chaos Emeralds, not 7. Throughout the main series, there are 7 Chaos Emeralds. So, it is up to you whether you want it to be 7 or 6 in my movie version. I'm personally gonna go with 6 because it's more. That's what there was. Maybe the 7th one is by itself in West Island. And you know what? Let's just go with 6 because that could tie into the lead up to the second movie. I just got an idea for the ending. So leave that alone, okay? The 7th Emerald is in West Island still. Wait, is it West Island? I swear to God it's West Island. I got my Sonic 2 mailer here to check. Let's see. Sorry, it's taking me a while to read this. Yeah, the mad scientist Dr. Robotnik is on it again. Yep. West Side Island, was that it? Yeah, West Side Island for Sonic 2. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so the first game, or the first movie, takes place on South Island for sure. Okay, so again, South Island, yes. So Sonic and Tails and Amy just kind of live. Okay, they just live there. So getting back to what I was saying with them. So yeah, so we got Green Hill Zone, Marble Zone, Spring Yard Zone, Labyrinth Zone, and we also got Starlight Zone. And Scrapyard Zone is like its own disgusting looking place that Eggman has. It's his base. It's base of operations. And so, so I forgot to mention this. Way before, after the interaction with Eggman at Green Hill, Tails tells Sonic that the rings connect to these worlds. You have to collect 50 rings to get to these dimensions to collect the 6 Chaos Emeralds. And Sonic says, okay, so he tells Tails, all right, so he understands. And then again, that ties into the game's continuity. So he does so, and he jumps in these rings, gets the Chaos Emeralds, does his thing. That's fine. You know, we have it really like that. Maybe Sonic has a little moment with those trippy fish bird things in the background. I actually got that from a fan-made video, but by the Wax. You know, yeah, the Wax. I think his name is the Wax 70, the Wax 07. He made a little like cartoony version of Sonic 1, and I saw a little bit where Sonic talks to one of the background creatures, and maybe we could use that idea for the movie. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so he gets the Chaos Emeralds. The movie kind of turns into he chases down Robotnik to save his friends, but Robotnik leads Sonic to him on purpose because when he gets to him at Starlight, Eggman somehow gets the Chaos Emeralds. He goes to his base, so Sonic has to chase him. He runs through the ocean. He just runs across the water to get there. He basically breaks the Sonic Boom here in the movie, and he gets there, and that's why he's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Obviously, he can make the speed of sound. It's the only time in the movie he does it. Why the hell not? It's necessary. He has to. So he gets there. He stops him. They had their final confrontation, similar to the first game, but he stops him. He gets the Chaos Emeralds. He comes home, and then for the final shot of the film, we have this beautiful sunset scene where Sonic, Tails, and Amy just kind of look off into the distance and smiles. Or Amy, yeah, they just kind of do that. And the Chaos Emerald suddenly leaves Sonic's body, and it just disappear. And then the island looks slightly more prettier than the day before, similar to how the first game ends. And so Tails' machine acts up, and it tells him that the Chaos Emeralds moved over to another island, into West Side Island, and he says, "What's this? There's a 7th emerald! Oh my goodness!" And so they all look surprised, and Sonic's like, "Well, then time for another adventure," or something. And he jumps up into the camera, does his little Sonic 1 ending pose, and that's basically how the film ends. And before that, though, obviously Eggman, he just shakes his fist at Sonic, you know, after he beats him, and he's like, "I'll see you again, you cursed hedgehog." And so, as the credits roll, we get the original Sonic 1 staff credits music, you know, how it's like that melody of all the stages, like orchestrated, kind of like how Video Games Live did it. Exactly. Let's just use that exact song, because it's fucking perfect just the way it is. The Video Games Live version of the staff credits for Sonic 1. Yeah, look it up. It's beautiful. I love it. And at the very end of the movie, we get Eggman beating the crap out of the end Sonic, because in the original game he jumps on it, he stomps on it when Sonic wins, but in this he's just so infuriated, he just beats it up and he just storms off the screen, and that could be it. That could be the whole movie in a nutshell. And that's my idea for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the first one. So I hope you guys liked it. Obviously Mouse, Sonic, and Knuckles will be brought to the mix. For the second film, I was thinking that instead of it just being Sonic 2, it could be Sonic 2 and Sonic CD, like in one story. But how would that that'd be like a lot for one movie, because there's the Time Stones and then there's the Chaos Emeralds, and there's also the introduction of both Super Sonic and Metal Sonic. So that would be hard to do, but the Metal Sonic has got to be part of this movie universe somehow. He has got to be, and maybe Little Planet should be as well. You don't really need Little Planet or the Time Stones, but at least Metal Sonic. Maybe you could just do the story of Sonic 2. But you have Metal Sonic, you know, brought into it somehow, and Amy is also still involved, and of course Tails actually goes with Sonic this time, so he's involved as well, along with his play and stuff. So or it's technically Sonic's playing the channel. So that's it, guys. That's my whole video for my Sonic movie. Paramount, please take notes. For crying out loud, please redo this movie. You guys will. I know they were doing Sonic's design, but they should do a hell of a lot more than that. They really should. So, thanks for watching. Thank you for making it to the end. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you just watching this and listening to me ramble. Maybe you have this on as background noise or something. But what you guys think of my idea? I'm really curious to know. And also, please, if you want to, make your own vision of a Sonic movie video, like kind of like I did with images and stuff, and to help demonstrate your point. I would be very interested to hear it. I'd be very interested to hear what other people would do for a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I know maybe someone out there would just do Sonic Adventure. Maybe some people out there would do Sonic 06 as a movie, which is weird, but okay. Maybe some people out there would just follow the Archie comics as like a film universe. Just whatever you want to do, let me know. Or you could just create your own original story, kind of like Hollywood's doing, but like with something else. And I would love to hear other visions. And one of the biggest reasons why is because I feel like what the fans can think of is better than what these people are doing. For sure. For sure. I mean, we have so many faithful adaptations. Sonic should be one of them. It really should be. I mean, look at Detective Pikachu. It's freaking great. And then we have all the Marvel movies that are just freaking beautiful and amazing. I mean, we have so many great film adaptations. There's no reason why Sonic can't follow that trend. It's unfortunate that we're getting what we're getting, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey there, guys. Apologies in advance. I completely forgot to talk about directing and casting for this film, for my vision. So I would do for casting, in my perfect vision, in my perfect world, I would obviously do the cast members from the games. I'm not talking about the current cast, though. No, not the Boom cast, Sonic Boom, as they're dubbed as. Not those guys. No, I would get, obviously, for our main Sonic the Hedgehog himself, I would get Ryan Drummond. He'd be my first choice, obviously. Absolutely, without a mind style, I would get Ryan Drummond to play Sonic at first. Yes, I would. As for Robotnik/Eggman, I would get Mike Pollock. I absolutely would, but my second choice is going to sound kind of strange for a voice choice, but, he could probably pull it off really, really well. And it is a celebrity, and one of my favorite celebrities, too. I would get Danny DeVito. I would seriously get Danny DeVito to play Eggman. I would. He would no, I mean, he's played a few. He played a few villains. If he gave his Penguin performance from Batman Returns, but like a little bit of wackiness to it, he'd be able to pull it off. I can totally see it. He would just need to do a few test runs first, get the character down, and then he'll be set. Now, if I can't get Ryan Drummond, I would not have a problem casting Ben Schwartz, the official Sonic movie actor. He seems like he's going to do a pretty good job. Like, I don't mind this guy. He seems pretty cool. He seems like he's pumped to be playing Sonic. So if we're talking strictly celebrities for those two, I would get Danny DeVito to voice Eggman, and I would get Ben Schwartz to voice Sonic. I would. I absolutely would. I would not get Jim Carrey for Eggman. I'm sorry. I love Jim Carrey. I know he's going to carry this movie. I know he will. He will. He absolutely will carry the Sonic movie, and I'm looking forward to his performance alone. I really am. I'm just going to watch the movie just for that, which is kind of a shitty thing to do, but like, this is a shitty insult to Sonic anyway, so I don't really care. This isn't me insulting Sonic himself. This is me insulting something that's insulting him. So yes, I'm just for the sake of watching Jim Carrey, I'm happy with what he's doing. As for Amy and Tails, I don't really know. It doesn't really matter, but Tails should be played by an official female voice actress who can do like a child's voice. It could be anybody, and there's a ton of them out there. He shouldn't be played by a young boy, a young child, because that kid's gonna grow up, and then you have to replace Tails like every other movie, and it would just be so inconsistent. But I would get Kate Higgins, the old Tails from the new Sonic era, ever since Sonic Colors, and I think she was in Colors, Generations, and I think she was in Lost World, and that was it. But I would get her to play Tails. As for Amy, I would get either Lisa Ortiz, her 4Kids voice actress, or Jennifer, forgot her name, but the lady who played her in Sonic Adventure. I'm looking up right now, I'm sorry. Jennifer Dolliard. Now, Jennifer, or Doillard, I forgot how to pronounce her last name, but I actually feel bad for this woman because she really was passionate and happy and excited to play Amy. She was having a really good time, and then when she was let go and replaced with a new voice cast member, she was really upset about it. She actually got really emotional. I heard the story, and I would pick her for sure. But I'm happy with either her or Lisa Ortiz, the Four Kids Amy. I actually like Lisa Ortiz a little bit more. No offense to Jennifer, because she adds like that spunky flair to Amy's voice. Something about the Four Kids Amy voice actress just fits so well for Amy's character. I really like her the most. And then I would get that's actually it. That's actually it for my cast. Now as for directing, I don't know. I don't know who I would get to direct this movie. My first and foremost, no, I don't think Steven Spielberg would be a good choice. I mean, maybe. This is a bit of an adventure movie, so he might be able to do this well. I don't know. It's not really his forte. Steven Spielberg does a great job directing adventure films. He does. Like, my favorite movies he's ever done are adventure-themed, like Back to the Future and Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Adventures of Tintin. Even Jurassic Park is adventure-themed. And, I mean, he's in some pretty great freaking movies. Like, he would be a great director, I think, for this movie, but I haven't seen the BFG, which is an animated movie he's directed. But I don't know. He probably have no interest, and he wouldn't even. He may be a good candidate for this. I don't know. I did like Ready Player One, but it was not that strong of a movie. It was pretty weak. But maybe, just maybe Steven Spielberg. He would be on the table for me. He'd be a maybe. Like, if he is okay with this, and if he can make this vision like just pure gold, which I could see him doing, then yes, I would get Spielberg to direct this. But he would add that whimsical flair that he has in all his movies. And Sonic is already whimsical enough. It doesn't need that really. But shoot, I really don't know. Maybe Robert Zemeckis would be a better choice. He did direct Who Framed Roger Rabbit after all, and this is kind of in the same tone. Not really, but like the same tone, not the same idea, but like the same like feeling, kind of. No, well, I don't know what to say. Okay, well, Robert Zemeckis is a very diverse director. He's directed movies with different feelings all over the place. Alright, so I would get him for sure. These are two of my favorite directors of all time. They're directing my favorite films. So, well, Robert Zemeckis also did Back to the Future, and I can see Sonic the Hedgehog having more of like a Back to the Future feeling than anything. There wouldn't be time travel involved, but like the adventure feeling would be similar. So, okay, yeah, I would get Robert Zemeckis to direct this. He might do a pretty damn good job, or Steven Spielberg. I'm not sure who else I'd get. Whoever worked on the Captain Underpants movie, I would get them in the Peanuts movie, and whoever worked on the Lego movie or Into the Spider-Verse, any one of those directors I would pick. I don't know their names, but that's who I get for directing. I know it's kind of a lazy ending of way of how I'm doing this, but I don't really know their names. I didn't really look them up, but yes, that's who I would get. So guys, what do you think of my Sonic vision again? Let me know in the comments, and please make your own video discussing what you would do for a Sonic movie. I'd be glad to hear it, and who you cast for who and why and what the movie would be like, all that stuff. So, or you can make this movie, you can make a response video to this how you want to. I don't give a shit. That's your video. I just hope I'm showing something good here. So maybe this will spread awareness to Hollywood in general of how they should do their freaking adaptations from now on. Like, Jesus Christ, this is such a disaster what we're getting. But have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.